Expect more heat on Thursday, turning stormy on Friday. Some could be strong to severe. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see we have lightning storms all over the map, but just not here. We've got them to the west, we got them to the south, we got them to the east, but we're going to sleep like a baby tonight because those storms are not headed here in the short term. Just some high clouds expected tonight. Our high temperature today got up to 81 degrees. I was expecting 78, upper 70s to near 80. 81 was the actual high. Normal high, 76 for this time of year. We did hit 79 in Morristown, Newport, Greenville, and Kingston, but it was 83 in Oak Ridge, 82 in Athens, as well as Tellico Plains. Now, don't forget my public service announcement. This Sunday is Mother's Day. I'm sure Mom would love to be pampered, as she deserves that, right? Whether it's taking her out to lunch, maybe getting her a special present, I'm sure she would appreciate that. Weather's going to be improving quite a bit, I think, for Mother's Day. Now, we've got some high clouds streaming in from the west tonight. That's about all we'll be anticipating. All the heavier storms that you see colored here with the colder cloud tops are centered around Wichita and Kansas City. That's where most of the storms will be tonight, and also to the far east. Headlines: hazy, sun and warm Thursday with some rain arriving late. What does that mean? Late afternoon? Yes. Possibly late in the evening? Yes. It's just more isolated where it does develop. And it's also Cinco de Mayo, so if you're celebrating tomorrow night, just know that we have the possibility of some rain developing later on. And as the strong to severe storms roll in on Friday, it could produce some locally heavy rain as well. We've had a couple of tornadoes today. Those little red markers in North Texas. Had one in central Oklahoma appears. Over here, 5 miles west of Maud, Oklahoma. We also had a couple down here in Texas. This would be King County. Looks like King County has had a tornado in the recent time frame here, around 6:34 Central today. So that's a pretty fresh account from some storm damage out west. Storm Prediction Center. If we're going to focus on the dark green and the yellow here, that's isolated and scattered. We are under a scattered level 2 condition. We'll call it an outlook for Knoxville proper, but some areas outside of Knox County will be under the isolated level 1. So if you focus on some of the colors, Huntsville, Birmingham, Atlanta, and Knoxville are a slight risk, which means we could see some scattered severe storms on Friday and Friday evening, but it may be more isolated. More of a hit or miss, focus on miss in a Maynardville, a Jefferson City, or even a Greenville. So this is what we're watching, and again, damaging winds are most likely to be the big culprit. It would be straight line winds, but we'll watch this very closely. So just to know where it actually was drawn, it takes really the center of Knox County, so it splits it in half essentially, but it's all green in Cocke County, for example. I want to show you a couple of rainfall amounts as we head into your day on Friday. This is probably the lighter of the two. This would suggest about a ½ inch around Knoxville, maybe closer to an inch in Jamestown, and over an inch in places like Jonesville through about 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Now that's vision number 1. Let's just say this is a fantasy cast because it hasn't happened yet. But if I show you the same exact time frame using a different set of equations, a different model, you're going to get a different outcome. And this will probably suggest a little bit more, probably over an inch in many locations, about 1.5 inches in Oneida and La Follette, almost over 2 inches in Jonesville, and possibly over 2 there in yellow in Claiborne County. So the potential for some locally heavy rain on the table. I'm expecting ½ inch to an inch, I think, is reasonable, but there could be some locally higher amounts heading into that time frame. So let me go through the futurecast. You can see things are quiet through 11 o'clock tonight. Here comes the warm front. That'll be the triggering mechanism to bring in an isolated shower on Thursday. There's noontime. Maybe it's trying to squeeze into the Cookeville area by 2 o'clock, 1:45. It just doesn't show much evidence. But you can see the showers back to the west. And once this front, the cold front, begins to approach, it winds up like a top and brings in some strong gusty winds. And yes, we'll find perhaps some damaging wind in some cases. That's 5 o'clock on Friday. And then you can see by Saturday the wraparound moisture. Some of that low to the north around, say, Charleston, West Virginia is going to bring down some moisture here on Saturday as well. So I've dropped it to about 60% on Saturday. There's 10 a.m., there's noon, and it probably will fill in, but it may behave much like the horseshoe effect, where you get more rain to the north and more in the Smokies and less in the valley. That would be kind of neat, but nice if it actually came to pass, but it will be sharply cooler. Temperatures in most cases upper 60s to near 70 for a Saturday afternoon high before things improve dramatically for Mother's Day. Maybe a spot of drizzle based on some of the other modeling I'm watching. Tonight we're down to 54, some high clouds and a bit cooler because remember this morning we were in the 60s, about 67. Then we look at tonight, 53 for Morristown, 54 for Maryville. Thursday, Cinco de Mayo, 84, hazy sun and warm with some spots of rain, maybe a brief shower late, winds 5 to 15, and those pick up later in the afternoon. 85 for Newport, 85 for Kingston, about 80 in Oneida, and 80 in Middlesboro for your Thursday high temperature. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. 76 on Friday, 80% chance of rain, but some could be strong to severe. Rain on and off on Saturday. You're going to feel like it's a whole new season because it's so much cooler, but then the warmth comes back next week. As you can see, we've got 76 for Mother's Day, 83 on Monday and Wednesday, maybe, just maybe a spot of rain or storms isolated Tuesday and Wednesday. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app. Now with Pete Michaels' Traffic. Weather and traffic, perfect together and at your fingertips. Keep you and your family safe. Just search Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.